Joining me today is certified athletic trainer Andrew Orpiano. Andrew, thanks for being here.
Thank you again for having me.
Well, of course, as we know, the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute keeps athletes in the game all across Northeast Florida. And, of course, you're the certified athletic trainer for the Armada.
That's correct.
Finished your first year and now about to start the second year. What was that first year like with the Armada?
The first year was actually a big learning experience, working with the pro soccer team, being with the guys 100%, traveling, almost living a pro athlete lifestyle.
And so you travel with the team everywhere they go?
Yes, that's correct.
So I know this year, tell me about some of the places you guys are going to be going.
So we actually got some new teams on our league. We'll be traveling to Miami now, play Miami FC. We'll also be going out to Oklahoma to play the Rayo OKC, and then get a trip down to Puerto Rico to play Carmelo Anthony's football club down there, Puerto Rico FC.
Well, that's got to be sweet.
Yeah, it's definitely a great opportunity. I'm looking forward to it. So hopefully we get to explore while we're down there too.
Yeah. Well, I think you mentioned too, you went to Canada last year.
Yes, we went to Canada twice. We spent July 4th in Ottawa, and then we played there, and then we also went back to play in Edmonton in October.
Now, you're with the team. You're on call all the time. I mean, a lot of people may think, well, you're just at the game, but you travel with them. You're at practices. I mean, you're even on call. I'm assuming they can have access to you whenever.
Yep, that's correct. So just having my phone next to me is one of the vital tools just to make my job easier. And I'm readily available just for the players.
Well, does that ever happen? Does that phone ever ring sometime?
Yeah. I've gotten calls as late as 11:30 at night, and I'm just about to get into bed and call it a night and get ready for practice the next day, and a player can call me unexpectedly.
I mean, it's literally on call nonstop.
Yeah. They understand that I need to get my rest just as much as they do. But if there's something urgent, like I have to just make sure I'm readily available.
Well, it seems like the popularity of the Armada is growing. I mean, soccer is becoming a very popular sport everywhere, and it just seems like a lot of people are getting behind it. Have you noticed that increasing? You know, like last year throughout the year, and now about to start the second year.
Yes. So last year, our first game, we had the largest crowd in the league. I think we had a little bit over 14,000 at Everbank Field. And we originally play at the baseball grounds here in Jacksonville, and we get a consistent crowd. So the fans here for the Armada and the support system is great, and I look forward to the next season.
Well, tell me a little bit about the season. Tell me when it starts. You know, when you guys start practicing, when you get into the games, and then when it ends.
So the season actually runs officially from April to November. Playoffs usually end around Thanksgiving time, but for the Armada, the guys reported back into Jacksonville the second week of January, completed all their physicals, and we're on the field the next day.
Wow, I mean, if you're fortunate enough to be playing deep in the playoffs, I mean, that's a long time.
Yes.
That's almost the entire year.
Yeah, it's a lot of training, a lot of long days. There's a small break in between the spring and fall season, so we get about 3 weeks off.
So, Andrew, tell me something that's going on that most people really don't know what's happening, the way you monitor these guys during the game.
So just not with the Jacksonville Armada, but with the MLS as a whole, we actually apply heart rate monitors to each player. They wear chest heart rate monitors under their jerseys and their clothing that we can monitor their heart rate, how high their heart rate's getting up during a training session, but we also can monitor how much and how long of a distance.
And this is actually live, real time during the game and practice.
Yes. So during practices, we'll have an iPad out there, and we're monitoring every single player's activity.
So on the iPad, literally, you're looking, that guy's out there running around, you know what his heart rate is, how far he's run.
Yep. Yeah. So we monitor how much he's running, just so we can maintain that level that the guys are consistently getting the mileage that they need on their bodies, but we're with being conscientious of not overtraining them.
It's amazing the technology today that's being used.
Yes, that's correct.
So how does this help you? I guess you can, if a guy's overtraining, undertraining, I mean, in practice you can alter that. What do you do during a game? What are you looking at actual real time during game? What kind of decisions are you making based on this information?
So our decisions that we use for these monitors is not trying not to overtrain the guys. We want them in the best shape possible and most recovered by the time the game rolls around in the weekend. So our training will usually be intense in the start of the week, and then they'll start to fall off and become easier at the end.
Well, that's great. Well, look, we're looking forward to big things from the Armada this year, and certainly thank you for joining us today. And of course, as always, the Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute, keeping athletes in the game and keeping the Armada competitive. Look forward to getting you back during the season and giving us an update.
Thank you for having me again.